You've coached two players on the same team, in the same sessions, and somehow one keeps improving while the other stalls.
Got it, nice pass.
That gap isn't talent, it's not your drills. If your players only touch the ball when you're running practice, they will never become elite. That's not me being dramatic, that's just reality. And the annoying part, you can feel this happening even when you're running good sessions. You plan well, you're intentional, you care. You're probably tweaking drills way too late at night thinking,
this one's gonna unlock them.
but then it happens. One player keeps climbing, the other kind of levels off, solid, reliable, but not special. And that's frustrating because you're doing your job. The problem isn't effort and it's not talent. The problem is the belief that elite players are built inside training sessions. Sessions matter, they give direction, and they can drive passion for the game, but they don't create elevation. What happens between sessions does. Most players train when practice is scheduled 2 times a week, maybe 3. And no matter how good those sessions are, that's a pretty low ceiling. The players who eventually pull away, they're different. They train on their own constantly. Not because it's assigned, not because you're watching, not because it's written on a development plan. They do it because getting better is oxygen to them. And this is an important distinction. There are players who are interested in soccer, players who are committed to it, and players who are obsessed with it. Average players are committed, elite players are obsessed. Committed players show up when it's on the calendar, obsessed players can't stay away. The ball haunts their dreams and their driveways. I saw this firsthand early in my coaching career. One of my first seasons coaching under 10 boys, I had a group of brand new players. One kid was athletic but new to soccer. Honestly, pretty average at the start. Nothing that made you circle his name on the roster. By the end of the season, he was scoring hat tricks almost every game and dribbling around defenders like a fish in water. Everything just looked easy. And I'd love to take credit for it as his coach. I really would, but I couldn't. So I asked his dad what was going on. He just laughed and said he loves the game. He trains a couple hours on his own every day. He can't get enough of it. That kid didn't change because of a drill. He changed because he was obsessed. He's now playing at the highest level in our hometown, and this isn't just a youth soccer thing. Kobe Bryant said the same thing about his career. The gap wasn't talent, it was time. Extra hours repeating basics while everyone else was sleeping. And in soccer, former teammates of Cristiano Ronaldo have said the exact same thing. Training ended, but Ronaldo stayed behind for another hour or so working on first touches, volleys, and free kicks. That's the part most people miss. It's not one extra session, it's the thousands of extra touches nobody else gets. Those hours compound quietly, relentlessly, and that's the compound effect. That's how small gaps turn into massive ones. Elite players don't just train more, they train with intent. They obsess over fundamentals that aren't exciting. First touch, ball control, passing against a wall or garage door until the rhythm feels automatic, turns around whatever's nearby, cone, bag, trash can, we've all seen it. They do it so when the game speeds up, they're thinking about space and decisions, not,
Please don't mess up this touch.
that kind of work doesn't fit neatly into team sessions. It's too individual, too repetitive. So it happens at home, at parks, in driveways after dinner, and usually they don't stay alone forever. They find one, maybe 2 other players who are just as driven. No coach, no structure, just competition. Iron sharpens iron, but only when the iron is the same quality. The pace goes up, mistakes get called out immediately, arguments happen, moments get replayed until someone wins. That discomfort, that's growth. If your best player is always training with weaker players, they might dominate, but they won't elevate. They'll plateau, even if it looks like progress. Once you see this, you can't unsee it. One player is done improving when practice ends. The other, that's when the real work starts. Now, here's the part we actually control as coaches. You can't force obsession. Trust me, I've tried it. It usually gets eye rolls,
Can we just scrimmage?
but you can create an environment where obsession is possible. If training feels robotic, controlled, and joyless, players won't touch the ball when they leave. But when sessions are challenging, competitive, and genuinely enjoyable, players want more. So the question isn't, how do I make my players train more? It's this, how do I make the game so good that they don't want to stop? That's the job. Build that culture, and improvement doesn't end when practice does. Players come back sharper, more confident, hungrier, and once you see it working, you start coaching differently. Not louder, not more, just clearer. If the ball only comes out when cones are out, players stay good. When the real work happens between sessions, ceilings rise. Elite players aren't built in training sessions, they're built between them. In soccer, there are interested players, there are committed players, and there are obsessed players. Only one of those becomes elite. If you want me to do a follow-up video on how coaches can help move players from interested to committed to obsessed without being the pushy coach, let me know in the comments. And since you made it this far, don't forget to like the video. It helps the channel a ton. And I'm genuinely curious, what's one thing you've seen that actually sparked that extra drive in a player? I'm Coach Jesse. I'll see you on the pitch.